Efteling is one of the best theme parks across the whole continent of Europe, arguably in the world. And today I'm going to rank the various roller coasters at this fantastic theme park. Now, of course, Efteling is about much more than roller coasters, and we'll circle back to that later in the video. But today we're going to focus on the 6, or technically 8, you'll see what I mean, roller coasters that are currently operating at this impressive resort. Beginning at number 6 with Max and Moritz. So this is a pair of dueling Mack Rides powered coasters aimed primarily at younger riders. As I understand it, Max and Moritz are a pair of kids who are playing pranks on each other, mostly which involve fart jokes. So you're going to get lots of silly activity in the queue line and in the well-themed station. And the two trains follow a mirrored path, with Max on the right-hand side of the station and Moritz on the left, which is controversial. It should be the other way around, shouldn't it? And this is a fun little attraction, a guilty pleasure, if you will, as you take a sort of meandering, gliding path, weaving around, mainly kind of featuring lots of kind of turns and helices, whilst the onboard music plays. You then glide through the station for lap 2, where you speed up, which is now a fairly common trait on a lot of these Mack Rides power coasters. The music speeds up too, which enhances the overall sense of pace and tension, and you go round for round 2. This is actually a really fun little pair of dueling roller coasters. It serves its purpose as being a ride that's aimed primarily at younger riders. There's lots of silliness in the queue line which will appeal to children, and you know what, the second lap when it picks up speed, you do get little moments of force in there too. So like I say, a bit of a guilty pleasure for us slightly older thrill seekers, but nonetheless a roller coaster well worth giving some time to. And number 5 on this list is Vogel Rok and its giant bird, which hovers above the entrance, moving its head around to welcome you in or slightly intimidate you depending on your view of massive flying beasts. This is an entirely enclosed indoor Vekoma roller coaster, which makes it very difficult to provide footage of because it's all in the dark. However, I know I've only ridden this once. I remember it being a really fun experience. I love an indoor roller coaster because there's something special about not seeing where you're going at all. And Vogel Rok, despite its sometimes lengthy queue, is a really fun indoor roller coaster experience, akin to the likes of Black Hole, if you remember that, at Alton Towers, or some of the Space Mountain type rides, although there is really not a lot to see at all while you're in there. But that's part of the fun, isn't it? So I probably need to go back and get some more rides on Vogel Rok, to be fair, because like I say, it was only the one ride back in, I think it was 2022. But I remember really enjoying it. But last time I went, it was closed for refurbishment. So hopefully when I return again, I'll be able to get some more rides on it and really establish a slightly firmer opinion. But for now, it sits at number 5 on this list. Now we're heading to Coaster Corner for the last 4 roller coasters on this list, beginning with the somewhat iconic Python. Now Python actually means quite a lot to me personally because it was only the second ever upside down roller coaster I ever went on, all the way back in like 1991 or something. And in the last decade it's had an almost complete retrack by Vekoma, which makes it absolutely glass smooth. But this might be one of the nicest Vekoma roller coasters of its era to ride because it does feel very modern in how it takes its elements. It's that classic corkscrew layout of the double loop, the double corkscrew. It looks absolutely magnificent lit up in its blue and purple hues at night time as well. And I think this is a worthy addition to the park. It may not have the theming or immersion of many of the other rides that we're going to come to on this list, but there is something about those classic Vekoma roller coasters that just add a certain retro quality to a theme park. It sits there to the left-hand side of the lake, which is surrounded by other attractions too. And I always enjoy getting a ride on Python. It also has those slightly more modern trains too. So you have the vest restraints rather than the kind of cumbersome over the shoulders. And that also enhances the overall ride experience. So yeah, very solid roller coaster indeed.
Hi, I'm Michael Gas Farmer, recommending that you give this video a thumbs up so that Coaster Wave can take over YouTube, the internet, and then the world.
Number 3 on this list, it's only barely a roller coaster. I am talking about Vliegende Hollander, or the Flying Dutchman. Now this is part water ride, part dark ride, and it ends with a roller coaster finale. So it absolutely counts, but this is an all-round experience rather than a roller coaster itself, and a really marvelous one at that. You board in one of, I think, the most iconic ride stations around. I really enjoy the feel of this oldie worldy town that this whole experience takes place in. You then embark on a very atmospheric boat ride where your vehicle is basically just illuminated by the light on the front. There's smog and mist all around you. The forced perspective inside this building is magnificent. Everything feels much larger and grander than it probably realistically is. There's a huge boat that appears on the right hand side, and then lots of fairly dark things happen. It's a slightly spooky and atmospheric beginning to this ride. I'm not going to give too much away, and also new elements have been added in the last year too as well, so if you ride it now you're going to experience even more things than I did on my last visit. You then ascend the lift hill, the doors open, and you drop out into the roller coaster segment of this ride, which is really good fun. Again, more kind of misty elements as you come under a bridge. Eventually you splash down into the water. It's not the wettest drop, I will be honest with you, but you know what? Given Efteling is a park that opens a lot of the year round, including many of the colder months, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It does mean that Hollander can still be ridden in the cooler climates. I think this is a wonderful all-round experience. The dark ride elements are immersive and atmospheric, the roller coaster portion is fun, and then you've got the splashdown at the end. Maybe it could do more after you've splashed down, because then you do just have a long winding trip back to the station building, but you do get views of many of the other attractions in the area, so it's not all bad. But yeah, love Hollander, great attraction. At number 2, we are going into a haunted mine. I am of course talking about Baron 1898. This B&M dive coaster is magnificently themed. I think possibly the best themed roller coaster in Europe. This is so well put together. It has a late 19th century steampunky kind of aesthetic, where as riders you're tasked to dig for gold in a mine that has a few secrets. The build up to this attraction is so well done. You start by entering a literal station where you're given your ticket, and the first room you walk into, you're told some of the backstory before the ghosts of the white women come out and make it very clear to you that this is not going to be plain sailing. You then walk through into the boarding platform where you've got a really cool animatronic of the station conductor. The doors open and you head into a marvelously themed station area where you board your train. Once fastened in, the gates open and you're treated to another little pre-show scene as the white women once again issue their warning, don't go into the mines or we're gonna mess you up. However, we like roller coasters, so we don't listen, and we ascend one of the most incredibly well presented lift hills there is out there, loiter over the edge, and then drop vertically into the mine shaft. Up into an Immelman, followed swiftly by a corkscrew, and then a helix which has a little nice airtime bump on the way out of it. And that's basically it. It's a very short and sweet roller coaster, but this is all about the presentation and the immersion and the storytelling that goes into this. A really wonderful attraction. Would I like it to be longer? Yes. Would I like it to be a bit more thrilling? Probably, but as it stands, Baron 1898 is a really wonderful attraction. And for number 1 of this list, we are heading back across the lake to Joris en de Draak, or George and the Dragon. Now this is another pair of roller coasters, so in a way maybe it should take up 2 spots on this list, but it is ultimately listed as one attraction, so that's how I'm going to count it. Now this is 2 GCI wooden roller coasters themed to water and fire. Both sides are really good, feature a solid drop, decent airtime, lots of twisty turny moments. I personally prefer the water side because it's a little bit more thrilling. It's also recently had some retracking work, so it's that little bit smoother and it just feels like it glides a little bit more. And these are 2 really solid wooden roller coasters in the daytime. You've got a huge dragon bellowing smoke as well, which you circle around. Again, Efteling coming in clutch with the impressive theming, but where this pair of roller coasters really hit is when ridden at night time. They are almost in pitch black. You just see the lights from the various other roller coasters and attractions around you, and you absolutely tear around that course. This is a fantastic night ride. It's why it makes it number 1 on this list. And I think Joris en de Draak, particularly the water side, is one of Europe's less appreciated wooden roller coasters. Everyone talks about the likes of Wodan, Colossus, Troy, but I think Joris is really good. I think it's right up there as an all-around attraction. The presentation, the music, the whole racing dynamic. It's a really, really fun ride. And for me, makes it the top roller coaster attraction at this marvelous theme park. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, Efteling is far more than just about its roller coasters. It also has some fantastic dark rides, immersive storytelling throughout, and lots of other really cool and unique attractions. And if you'd like to learn more, I have a 2-day vlog that's up on the screen now. You can also check out my first ride reaction of the very impressive Danse Macabre. That's also up on the screen, and I will catch you soon here on Coaster Wave.